Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of Fangirls Only. This week, our special guest is Patrick Kenneth.
Hey,
So,
how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
we're doing good.
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 So before we start, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
I don't know, honestly. My name is just Patrick, and I'm just glad to be here, honestly.
Okay.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
So, the first question is, who is your celebrity crush?
I had a feeling this was gonna be the person that was gonna be asked. It's funny because the last live on TikTok that I was doing, and if I ramble too much, you guys can just cut me off. It's no worries. But I was just on a TikTok live yesterday, and I hinted at this, and for like 45 minutes, people were trying to guess it. I don't really like the term TikTok crush. I don't know. It's just like a person that I probably will never see in my entire life. It's kind of just somebody that I'm like, damn, like she's cute, like type thing. Um, it's pretty much this girl. Her name's Gabrielle Annalisa. I don't know if any of y'all know who that is, but she added me on Snapchat, and yeah, pretty much that's her.
Nice. Okay, when and why did you start TikTok?
It started off as a joke, honestly. I remember in quarantine, TikTok was becoming a thing, and I actually have two accounts, which is the funny thing. I have one gaming account that has about 800K followers. That's pretty much where I make all my promotionals and stuff and like my money. And that one also started off as a joke, and it just grew once I realized I have a background in marketing and stuff, so I understood how to grow the account. So once I realized like who the audience was, I grew it. The second account, which is that Patrick Kenneth account, again was a complete joke. I just got tired of producing gaming content because I don't even play video games. So I just started throwing like stuff to the wall. Stuff started working, and I'm like, yo, like maybe I could just keep messing around with this account. So I kept going, like just throwing out stuff. People were like, oh my god, like your stuff is so cool, and like people, start getting traction or whatever. Then I got to go live, and lives were fun. So I just became way more interactive with my second account. So honestly, TikTok was just a joke, and it just became what it is. That's my little story.
That's cool.
How did your hometown friends react to your social platform growing?
Okay. So funny story. TikTok is actually a pretty big thing where I'm from. Just a quick little fun fact. Quentin Griggs from Sway House, he's from where I'm from, Fayetteville. So when he blew up, everybody just started blowing up. Fayetteville has this like little like thing to them where whenever people blow up on like a social platform, everybody wants to follow that. I don't really care too much about social media. I just care about the growth and metrics more so than the actual content, but more so I'm just having fun with it. But I don't know. I guess the second, like the gaming account, people are just like, it's cringy, but you're making money, so who cares? The second account obviously is a little bit more out there. It's I feel like it's more me. And when people say stuff, I'm just like, even if it's good or if it's bad, I'm just like, I don't care. It's me. I'm just doing me. I'm vibing. I'm just out here. So I just treat everything with good vibrations. That's all it is.
So someone from the question box asked this, and they want to know, how do you consistently stay motivated, and some advice you would give someone who's struggling with motivation?
So motivation, I don't know. I feel like there's like a little like aspect to it. It's like once an object is in motion, it stays in motion. So I kind of just like do small things every day that's like builds up a habit to stay motivated. So like every day when I wake up, even if I wake up at 12 or if I wake up at like, because I struggle with, I mean, it's human to wake up at like later times. Like I told myself I'm gonna wake up at 9, I wake up at 12, I snooze my alarm. That's completely human. But every day, like I write like affirmations and goals and things I'm grateful for because that's such a habit. So I'm happy, like I start off the day on a good note. Like I'm grateful for the cup of coffee that I made this morning, or I'm happy for the fact that I woke up and saw my mom today. Like little things that you just become grateful for. And then your affirmations are the things that make you're grateful for like the smaller things. And then you affirm like the things you want to do. So like I affirm usually 3 things a day. Like I'm going to affirm that I am going to hit the gym today. Or I'm gonna write an affirmation that I'm gonna read like 10 pages in a book. So even if my day is complete like buns, like it's bad, at least I did 3 things and I stuck to it, and I can at least go to bed knowing I improved 1% today. And that compounds at the end of the day. So I don't know. That's my little thing for motivation. I feel like it's just those little small wins that get you to the finish line.
Sure.
Okay. What is the craziest moment from your social media career?
Probably the craziest moment. I ended up flying out to LA. This was when I had about like 300K followers. That moment probably was the reason why I took it a little bit more seriously. I flew out to LA with a friend of mine. His name is Josiah. Josiah is another TikTok creator. He was just getting started with TikTok and then got flown out by some guy who was in this house called the Vault in LA. It used to have quite a bit of people like Malcolm, Tiagos, and some other guys. But what is it called? So we were out there for a little bit, and I don't know, just being around everybody, I realized that TikTok is beyond the content itself, but more so like you use TikTok to like get yourself out there. And once you have like the followers, I guess, or the influence and like a voice to say what you want to say, and you have power to do what you want to do. I mean, some people use it one way, some people use it another way. I just care. I realize that with that power, I can at least do something positive and like, be like this person who shares my like ideas and thoughts and like good vibes. Cause I feel like I'm a happy person overall and some people need that. So as long as I get, as long as I go live and somebody goes, damn, like what you said, like, makes me feel good. Like that was probably the craziest moment, like realizing with all these people, like something can be done with like TikTok, which sounds a little bit mediocre to like the average person, but who cares?
Okay, this is kind of deep, but what's the biggest lesson life has given you?
Honestly, I feel like I say things over and over, but just being appreciative for the smaller things. Like I feel like it's oversaid, like be grateful for the things that life gives you. But I feel like that's the biggest thing. If you're not grateful for everything, even the bad, then I don't think you'll ever be like happy. And at the end of the day, like I would take all the happiness in the world over all the money in the world, So like just be grateful, be happy, and just, don't stress over the little things. Like life is too like short to ever be like, be sad over things. I learned that like just, I don't know. Some of it's been through like mentors, some of it's through life lessons and stuff like that. Again, it's kind of personal, so I'd rather not get into it. But I think that's just a lesson that I've learned.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any regrets about your social media platform? If so, what are they?
I don't think I have any regrets. Anything that I've done that's been personally like where I like even back, like a big thing for me is like when I'm wrong, and I'm not afraid to say that I'm wrong. I feel like that's part of growth. Even being like hypocritical in the sense is like it's okay to be hypocritical because you're human. Like we all like, at least I know I'm growing. Like my thoughts change. Like that's just how it is. But I mean, like I don't think I regret anything. I don't think I've ever done anything bad per se that's made me go, damn, like I wish I like could go back and change this all over or anything. I wouldn't do anything different. And even if I did, I probably wouldn't, because it's just like, okay, it's there. Like at least I can learn from it. So I don't really think I have any regrets. But if there's any mistakes, then I definitely learn from them.
The next question is, what are your goals for 2021?
I have a big array of goals, obviously. Writing my affirmations definitely leads me to figure out if I don't have any goals, like what are goals. I set like these mini goals that lead me to the bigger goal. It's kind of like a ladder. I don't just shoot for jumping 10 meters. I try to get one step at a time. But I guess my biggest goals, away from all the TikTok and stuff. Okay, we'll just get into the social media because I feel like that's what people care about. The TikTok, obviously, I just reached a goal recently where I hit 1 million followers in total over the span of 2 separate accounts, 800 and then the 200 account. So that was pretty happy. I was pretty proud about that. But the goal at the end of the year is definitely like 600, 700 million or 1,000. Yeah, no, that's unrealistic. I won't lie. 600 to 700,000, if not more. But at the end of the day, really, I just care about the live numbers. So I'm thinking about like on average, like maybe 500 to 600 average viewer count on my lives, just because they're so fun. And then away from the TikTok side of things, obviously, like there's networking with more people in my school, developing a business that I'm doing, learning coding to build software. There's a lot more stuff on the tech side of things that I have goals for. Reading books. I have a goal to read about 35, 40 books at the year. I'm at 13 right now. 13 books. And yeah, pretty much that. And then obviously my end of the goal year is to meet Kanye West. That's the one unrealistic goal that I've set. That's like, I have to say it and speak it into existence, because if I don't, like, it just will never happen. So that's up there. I have to meet Kanye West. That's like the unrealistic goal for me. But if I say it'll happen, it'll maybe happen. So we'll see.
That's only okay.
Hey.
What are you studying in university, and what do you plan on doing after?
I'm currently studying right now marketing, strategic marketing. I've always had a passion for software and data and like understanding algorithms. So I've always had a talent, at least, to understand, like on TikTok specifically, why I've grown these accounts to where they're at is understanding like the numbers, like the algorithm on how to grow, like understanding audience interests and like niche stuff like that. So getting into like a job or maybe even starting my own business where I'm able to leverage like data and create these businesses that like do these things would definitely be like what I want to do with that degree. Either starting my own business or doing a job that allows me to leverage the skills that I've garnered through social media. 100%.
Okay. Do you have a favorite TikTok you've made?
But I don't think so. Like, I'm stuck on that one. I didn't see that one in the thing. Do I have a favorite TikTok I've made? I think I made one with my best friends. Like, if you go to my gaming account, there's one video where I said I had like the Xbox One X, like the newest Xbox ever, like 3 or 4 months before it even came out. So I was like lying to the people in a sense, but like it was for fun. And I was like saying like, hey, if I get like this amount of likes, or what's up guys, like Xbox just sent me the newest Xbox and PlayStation just sent me the newest PlayStation. We're about to test, we just got the delivery thing and we got this fake box. And I had my boy Demetrius walk up to the door, and my friend Antonio was on the roof, and like we're recording the video, and Antonio just chucks the box from the sky down onto this man's head, and this man like actually goes to the ground, was bleeding a little bit out of his head a little bit, but the way that he fell was like, you know that meme or that old Vine that's like, I'm about to sing a song, and then like he gets hit in the head and like falls to the ground like really hard. I don't know if you guys know that Vine, but it reminded me of that meme or that Vine. But I don't know. That's probably the favorite. My favorite ones are the ones that like I have my friends there and we're just messing around.
Yeah.
So definitely just the ones that I'm around my friends with.
Those ones are fun.
All right, so the fans want to know what your type is. You said who your TikTok crush was, but now they want to know what your type is.
I don't think I have a type per se. Like it's not like blondes or brunettes. Like I'm not attracted to like any one type of like characteristic. If anything, I'm just like attracted to somebody who has like set goals. I always say this, but like someone who has set goals, like very steadfast goals, and like are trying to achieve them and doing the most possible like to achieve them. That's more appealing for me than how beautiful or how funny or how like anything. Like I look beyond the physical, because at the end of the day, like when we're old, there's a saying in Puerto Rico where I'm from originally. There's a saying in Puerto Rico that's like, a woman will grow old with you, but it's like her qualities about her that stay, like, you know, they stay, you know, or they grow, they increase. So like definitely those things. I mean, if there was like a set type, I guess like I'd prefer like a Latina girl, I guess. I don't know, because that's just what I'm accustomed to. I've always been around like the culture, the Latin culture. So that culture obviously is something that I'm accustomed to. But I don't know. I don't really have a type. It's just like your qualities and how much we vibe. That's definitely the biggest thing.
That's
Makes
good.
sense.
Okay, so this is the last question. And what's one thing that you would want to tell your younger self?
Don't be afraid to be you, bruh. Dude, I do this thing every time where I like talk to myself and stuff. Like I keep a little like video vlog on my computer. Whenever I'm going through like a good time or a bad time, I'll go on like the photo booth and I'll just record. I'll just press the record button and just talk to myself. So I can go back in time and I'm speaking to like my future self. And in the like you go through the, like the photo booth like vault and you'll see like older videos of my like past, like in the current time technically, but it's the past now when I'm looking back at them. And I can see like where my head was and I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna like get out of this situation. Like my headspace is so negative. And then like I'll go back 6 months later and record a video again on there when I'm happy. And I'm like, bro, it was so simple, you know? So like I would just tell myself like, don't worry about things. Like even if it seems bad in like 2 or 3 months, it'll be completely like, as long as you don't overthink it and you just do the smaller things, like you write in your gratefulness journal and you write your affirmations and you just focus on 3 to 5 things like every day to just do, your head will never like, I would have never like spent 3 days or 4 days or even hours mulling or being sad about things that didn't even matter in the long run. Like I would tell myself, think long term instead of short term and stop like worrying about things, whether it's what people think or what people say or what you think too. I feel like that's another thing, like battling yourself too. I've always had that problem. So I just stopped competing against myself. I kind of just go with the flow now. So that's probably the one out of the million things I would tell myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
All right. Thank you for coming on.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
you want to plug
And-
your socials now if you want.
You said what?
Plug your socials now so you can just like say your at so they can follow you.
Oh yeah. I mean, my TikToks are the same as my Instagram is patrick.kenneth. That's about it. Just yeah, vibe out, people.
Thank you so much for coming.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. This is my first ever little like podcast thing. So that's
Thank
pretty
you.
slick. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one.
You
Thank
too.
you. You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Fangirls out.